Summer is a super fun time for both us and for our dogs, but it can come with some problems that as pet owners we do really need to keep an eye out for. The big one, of course, is heat stroke and our dogs overheating in the hot weather, which actually can happen really easily. Some breeds are more vulnerable than others, so we're thinking here particularly about our flat-faced breeds and ones with great big fluffy coats, but also senior dogs as well. Alongside heat stroke, some of the other problems we see in our dogs in the summer are things like sunburn. This can happen if they've got a white coat or maybe they don't have much fur. Sometimes they're real sunbathers and like to get their tummies out, and it can be a good idea to protect them with pet safe sun cream. Burnt paws on hot tarmac are another thing that we will occasionally see in our clinic. So just make sure if you're going out for a walk, you do test the temperature of the pavements before you take your dog out. And if it's a little bit hot for your hands, maybe delay it a few hours and let those temperatures and the tarmac cool down. And finally, don't forget about the grass seeds. They can cause loads of problems for dogs in the summer, particularly if they are hairy. We especially see them down floppy ears or between hairy toes. If your dog ever starts to shake their head like mad out of nowhere, or suddenly their paws seem really swollen and sore, it could be a grass seed, and I would be getting them down to your vet as soon as you can. So how can we help our dogs stay comfortable in the hot weather? Well, first of all, water. Make sure lots is available so they can keep themselves hydrated, and letting them play and get wet can be very helpful, maybe a paddling pool or a sprinkler. But make sure that play doesn't get too crazy, because if they're wet but overheating, the two will cancel each other out. Other things that can be really helpful are cooling mats or cooling jackets, but do be a bit careful about them and keep a really close eye, because as soon as they lose their cooling potential, particularly the jackets, you do run the risk of your dogs then heating up rather than cooling down.